Tom, I'd like to ask you a little bit about the history of Goodlord. So let's go back to when you were at university. Did you always want to be a computer programmer and techie?
So I'm not actually a computer programmer. I wish I could, but being involved in tech, no, I don't think so. I've always wanted to be involved in business, I think.
Okay, so what was your first business then?
This is a fun one. So my first business when I was 16 was selling fudge at a market stall. I made it myself on Friday nights when most kids were playing out. I was making fudge, and then I would sell it on Saturday mornings.
Okay, if you don't mind me asking, what was your favourite flavour?
I think it was actually Bailey's.
Okay, good stuff.
Yeah.
So how did you go from fudge to being basically cutting edge PropTech? So give me that story very briefly.
Yeah, so did fudge university actually, started a business called Tom's Fudge with two other Toms, which was fun. We did that for a few years. We did nationwide food events and things like that. Learned how to run a business, and that was the most valuable thing. Learned what a P&L was, how to try and make some money, what customers are, and how to give the customer service. And then I actually sold off some of the events that we did, and then I got an opportunity. My brother gave me a call and said, "We've got an idea. Do you want to get involved?" And I was like,
When was this?
This was when I was about 24.
Okay. So
About 4 years ago. About 4 years ago.
Okay, and what was the idea?
The idea was a streamlined letting process.
Okay.
Aimed at people.
So what was the motivation of your brother? Why did he come up with this idea?
So he was living with a chap called Richard. So they were both living together and both renting. Richard was a letting agent, worked for Foxtons.
Yes.
He'd obviously been inspired, I think, probably by Boss, their very well-known software system. And Philip said, actually, there's a lot better. We can make this a lot more customer focused. And Philip was actually a programmer himself by trade.
Philip being your brother?
Yeah.
So what do you think the problems were that they wanted to fix then in the lettings?
Yeah, so it was quite simple actually. Richard was a good negotiator, but he was a terrible administrator. And every business is different, but the way that he had to do it, actually, he had to do a lot of administration. And he knew that, Foxtons had a great system themselves, but there were thousands of other agencies out there that don't have the ability to have that kind of technology.
So were you doing it from trying to make it easier for the agent, or make it easier for the landlord, or easier for the tenant?
So we want to make it easier for everyone. Is the ideal situation. We want to improve the customer experience for everyone. But we know that actually, if we can make it easier for the agents, then actually the side effects of that is it makes it easier for everyone, hopefully.
Okay, so tell me a bit about when you started Goodlord. Did it take a long time to build it?
We built the first version on £6,000, and in about 3 months. We then got our first client, and they gave us a bit of money and said, "Can you customize this to our business?" That took another 3 months, and then we were processing tenancies.
Okay, what were your hopes? What were you trying to get out of doing this computer system?
I don't know. We wanted to build a big business. I think that was what it was about.
Okay, so with regard to this first client, what feedback did you get from them with regard to the version 1?
That it transformed their process. They had the amazing situation that we actually customized it for them. Now, when we did that, it was just like putting your hand in a glove, and it automated so many of the emails that they were sending. It automated the contact generation, and they loved it. But we tailored it for them.
And how did it make them feel?
They loved it. They've since doubled their business and reduced the headcount of administrators. So
basically, your computer system, Goodlord, was it called Goodlord at the time?
It was. It's always been called Goodlord.
Okay, so basically, increased their turnover and reduced their costs.
So it allowed them to increase their turnover with actually reducing their costs. Yeah.
And how did that make you feel?
Fantastic. It genuinely did. My job was support at the beginning, so I got to speak to all the agents, and I knew that they actually loved it. And this is agents on the ground. This is actually negotiators, and they actually loved it. It made their lives a lot easier. But then I also got to speak with John because he was one of our investors, and he was like, "This is transformational."
So, in terms of Goodlord itself, how has it evolved over the last 4 years?
Yeah. So starting from one client, we then realize actually every client is not the same, and we need to customize things. And over the years, we've had an interesting, fun journey. We've customized parts of the system. We've made it worse in some places by putting customization in, and then we've moved that back. But we've come a long way. We've released referencing. We've become an insurance mediation company, so we can actually sell insurance directly to letting agents and tenants and agents. And we're now in a position where we've really got a hang of our product and how we can develop technology that really suits our customers.
Okay, so we're in 2019. If you don't mind me saying, 12, 18 months ago, you did go through a little bit of a dip.
Yeah.
What happened there, and what did you learn from it?
So we hadn't built a product-focused, delivery-focused technology organization. We built a company off the back of a really, really good bit of software, and we were really, really commercial, and we could get it out there. But we weren't a technology company. Over the past 12 months, we've built a technology company that can actually deliver technology that solves people's problems.
What does that mean to your letting agent clients, the existing ones, and also potential future ones?
It means there's a lot more to come from Goodlord, and it means we're just getting started, really. The product that a lot of our agents bought into early on, in year 1, year 2, year 3, was the kind of the beta. We're now in a place where actually the product is just getting started, and we're going to be releasing so many new features over the coming years.
In terms of, are you able to share with us, but without giving too much away, how Goodlord would evolve in the coming years, 2020, 21?
So, well, we give a lot away. Our product roadmap is on our website, so you can actually go and see what we're working on over the next 6 to 9 months. So some of the things that we're working on, be it, so we're actually built out a renewals function, and we're going to be finalizing that over the coming weeks and months. That's going to allow you to send out offers to tenants and landlords to see what their interest is, so that actually you can be on time with your renewals every time, because if you get it done 2 months before the end of the tenancy, it's a lot better than scrambling around at the end. So features like that. We're also going to be integrating with the deposit providers as well. So we'll be integrating directly with DPS, TDS, and My Deposits, so that you can lodge it as soon as the tenancy agreement's signed and it's all done. You can lodge a deposit, and you just don't need to worry about missing those deadlines.
Why should a letting agent spend money with you when in reality they could do it all themselves?
Yeah, so that's obviously a really good question. And but the thing is, we have an engineering team that is constantly developing our product. And yes, you're paying a monthly fee to us, but what that's doing is allowing us to scale up our product and scale up our engineering team to constantly innovate and bring new features to you. But
what would it actually do for letting agents on the ground, day to day, hour by hour?
So our software is going to make your negotiators more efficient. It's going to increase the experience for your customers, like your landlords,
yes,
and your tenants, because they will become customers, and you will need to make sure that the experience is great for them as well in the coming years. You'll also be able to generate more revenue with the products that we're releasing,
which will go an awful long way to counteract the tenant feedback.
But that's our target. It would be great if we could fill that hole.
I mean, I've had some feedback from some of my clients, and they say it's just great, Goodlord, because all you have to do is press a button and all my compliance is sorted out.
Yeah.
And I think that's important, especially for letting agents, that they know everything's 100% correct.
So yeah, it's the things we can do. Obviously, it's not all of it, so it doesn't come with an absolute guarantee. You can still mess stuff up. But the easy things, like sending out a how to rent guide, it's so easy to forget to attach that to an email. Our system doesn't forget. Our system just attaches it every single time. So little things like that we can make.
Well, I've actually got some ideas for you, which I'll share off camera, of some ideas of how Goodlord can be improved, and I know you'll take that on board, and you have in the past. Tom, it's been absolutely amazing, and probably in some future interviews we could talk about the future of PropTech and how Goodlord can help. Is that okay?
Definitely.
Cheers.
Great stuff. Thanks.